Hello everyone, that Manga Kid here to do an alternative manga spotlight of Plaza by Yuichi Yokoyama. This is a Living the Line release. I do not have anything else by this publisher. I pre-ordered this ages ago, and I'm pretty sure it released several months ago, but for some reason I did not get my copy until 2 days ago as of filming this. So I'm late to the party on this one because it just never showed up. It took several months past the release date to show up. Uh, but glad to have it in my hands. I really like Yuichi Yokoyama, and I'm fairly certain I own everything in English by him, though I could be missing one that came out that I can't remember if I ended up picking it up or not. I'm pretty sure I own everything in English by him. So definitely a creator that when I see something else coming out, I jump on the opportunity to pick it up. This one in particular is a really interesting release. Again, I don't own anything by this publisher, Living the Line. But so this is my first work by them. It's pretty beautifully done. It is a soft cover. It is massive though. Like that's my hand. It is very big. It's kind of a standard size. I think it's just over 200 pages in terms of content, but the book itself is very large. It is relatively heavy because the paper is pretty good quality paper. But yeah, I don't mind that this isn't a hardcover. I think that this is actually a pretty nice release for what it is, and well made. So if you've never read anything by Yuichi Yokoyama, then you're in for a treat because there is in this particular work, no dialogue at all. There's a few words sprinkled throughout, but other than the words sprinkled throughout, there is no dialogue. And this does contain an interview in the back with Ryan Holmberg and Yuichi Yokoyama, as well as the afterword by the creator of just like what this kind of was about generally, and the inspiration for creating it and all that kind of stuff. So Yuichi Yokoyama works are all very like angular, not really humans, more humanoid sort of situations. The paneling is really cool and dynamic and denotes movement and all that. But definitely if you are not someone who's into more like alternative styles and abstract art, then this is not going to be for you. This is a pretty expensive release. So I would suggest, if you're interested in Yuichi Yokoyama's work, to start with, is it called Iceland? Or there's Iceland, there's a few other titles of his that are shorter, smaller, and a little less expensive. I have Garden, and there's a few, and all of the names are escaping me at this moment in time. But anyway, there are a few other of his works that I'd suggest checking out first, just because they are not nearly as expensive as this massive book is. Still not cheap, but not as expensive. So yeah, I would say reading the afterword explained to me kind of what this was, because I would say you're reading it, but you're really not. Again, you're looking at the pictures the whole time, and the whole thing is just kind of happening in front of you, and then the afterword kind of explains the inspiration, what you were looking at, and all that kind of stuff. So it's definitely a fun flip through for sure, and definitely one I'm glad to own because I really, really like his works. I love his artwork, and I find his stuff to be so fascinating to look at. And I'm always happy whenever he comes up with something new to release, because this particular work, it took him several years to do this. And so, it's probably going to be several years before we get anything else released by him. which is unfortunate, but I can be patient. So, and grateful for anything that we do get. But yeah, there's not really much to say on this. I think you're either going to pick it up because you know you're already interested, or you're not going to do that because you know you're not interested or can't be bothered to pay this much money for something that you probably are not going to enjoy. But if you know that this is something that you're going to like, then absolutely pick it up. It's definitely worth it. It's a beautiful release and a really fun flip through for sure that really showcases this creator's imaginative mind and kind of passion for artwork and lack of storytelling, but just kind of fluid movement. Yeah. Anyway, thanks for watching.